Coming up on City View, talk about experts offer insight on Austin's South Central waterfront. Waterfront redevelopment, the community helps shape the future of Lady Bird Lake's waterfront properties. And Code Next, the city wants to know what you love about your neighborhood. Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Leslie Sopko. Those stories and more, but first our top story. Scammers are targeting Austin Energy customers, and the city wants to help you protect your money. Austin Energy representatives will never call customers and ask for credit card information over the phone, and they will never ask you to purchase money cards. Plus, Austin Energy will never ask customers to make a wire transfer. If someone comes to your home claiming to be an Austin Energy employee, they should be wearing an identifiable badge and should not ask to come inside your home. If you suspect you are being scammed, please refuse payment and report the incident to Austin 311. It's also a good idea to call the Utility Customer Service Center at 512-494-9400 to verify your account is in good standing. The City of Austin wants to know what you love about your neighborhood. As part of the new Code Next initiative, Austin residents have been attending community character workshops to weigh in on their neighborhood's DNA, the unique characteristics and places that people love about where they live. All of this input is being used for Code Next, an Imagine Austin project to revise the city's land development code. This is an opportunity to create a better city that meets the needs of today's residents and future generations. And we'd love to hear from you about what attracts you to your neighborhood. To participate in Code Next, you can request a do-it-yourself kit called Community Character in a Box.
So when a resident decides to participate in the Community Character in the Box process, the first thing they'll do is work with the city to create the set of maps that are necessary to create the poster board that we want to summarize the characteristics of their neighborhood. The second step then is to read the handout that will give step-by-step instructions for the photographs that will be necessary to summarize the assets of their particular neighborhood. Then the maps, as the third step, the maps and the photographs will be compiled into poster boards and used in the final Community Character Manual document.
You can request a kit at austintexas.gov/codenext. Do you love Lady Bird Lake and the area around it? If so, you'll want to get involved in a new master planning process for the nearly 100 acres on the South Central waterfront. This includes tracks south to Riverside Drive and Barton Springs Road from Auditorium Shores down to Joe's Crab Shack. The South Central Waterfront Plan Initiative kicked off with a waterfront walkabout. The mile-and-a-half walking tour of the area touched on several critical issues, from protecting the waterfront to walkability and bat conservation. Walkers included nearby property owners, trail users, city staff, interested residents, and members of the Austin City Council and Waterfront Planning Advisory Board. The goal of the project is to establish a shared vision for the area as private and public properties begin to redevelop the land.
I think it's great. I just to have people out here seeing the lake and seeing the beauty that we have here, what we have to work with, and the potential if we actually had something that was more inviting than just a regular old surface parking lot. That's the exciting thing. Imagine being able to bring your family out here on a beautiful Saturday morning and maybe have breakfast or bring friends down and enjoy a green space in this area instead of just standing around in a surface parking lot. There's so much potential here, and it takes a beautiful day like this to get us out here to look at something like this and think creatively about the possibilities that we could see in the future.
And if a walkabout wasn't enough, the city's Planning and Development Review Department hosted a talkabout featuring dialogue and insights from urban planning experts who have studied Austin's South Central waterfront.
Our waterfront talkabouts will be a series of free public lectures and panel discussions, and we'll be hearing from experts both locally and from around the country who will be talking about what other cities have done to guide development, to create great public spaces, to create more affordable housing, to create great connections to the water and along the water, so that we can see if there are ideas from elsewhere that we might want to emulate here in Austin.
To watch the Talkabout or learn how to get involved in the master planning process, visit austintexas.gov/waterfront. And that's all for this edition of City View. I'm your host, Leslie Sopko. Our next episode premieres Friday, February 7th. Thanks for watching.